Let me tell you something. Nobody can mess with a confident woman. It's an aura. Staying where you are, playing it safe, staying comfortable will literally leave you curious, stagnant, and resentful. It lures people to you. People can feel that, right? People can feel that confidence. So they want to work with you, right? They don't want to work with someone who has their head down, their shoulders slumped, and they don't believe in themselves. And all it takes is a little effort. All it takes is you being uncomfortable for just a little bit of time. The number one top way to build your confidence is to What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I am your host, Marissa Tong. Thank you for tuning into another episode. Surprise, surprise, we're popping up the show on a Monday. And I know some of y'all probably caught my message on Instagram a couple of days ago that's like, okay, new episode on Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. I desperately needed just a day for myself. I'm actually recording this on Sunday, so it's a late night episode. I really needed the day for myself to kind of just recharge, re-energize my battery. I've been very physical this week. We kicked off our challenge with Row Rhythm Dance and Fitness. So I've been definitely getting back into the swing of like being more active, working out every single day. I taught a dance class yesterday. Before I took a class. So my body was kind of like, girl, you need to chill out today. So today I was honestly doing more like reading. I was writing as well. So you guys got a Substack. If you're listening to this in the morning, it's probably already in your inbox if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go subscribe, okay? So I have two publications on Substack. One of them is fairly new, that's Hydrated and Thriving. And you guys probably saw I released the first episode here on my podcast for Let's Just Be Real. So kind of just like a promo, a little preview of what to expect on that podcast. And that's going to be exclusively on Substack for paid subscribers to Hydrated and Thriving. If you're not paid, but you're still a free subscriber, you'll get like 1 or 2 episodes a month. Let's just be real. We're not going anywhere. This is going to continue to be a public podcast. So new episodes every week. I am just in the middle of like trying to figure out how I want to navigate and work in a way that feels good for me. So I'm trying to figure out what days I want to release each podcast on. Like right now, I'm kind of just like feeling it out. I was sticking with like Wednesday, Sundays for Let's Just Be Real, but let's just be real. I don't think we're going to be doing 2 episodes a week. That's just not sustainable for me anymore. And where I'm going and this community that I'm building is based on sustainable workflow. And I would be a liar if I were to sit here and be like, I could do all of this and I could do 3 podcast episodes a week. Like I could, but I could also burn myself out. So I'm just not in that place of like wanting to do that. So I'm figuring out the best day to put the podcast out. Obviously, I want it to be a day where you guys are going to feel inspired to listen. I feel like Saturdays, I don't know. It depends on the person. Like me, I like to listen to podcasts every day. It doesn't matter. Like I will listen to a podcast Saturday if it comes out, Friday, Thursday, whatever day. But for some people, it's like they only want to listen to a podcast maybe if they need to feel inspired, if they're on the way to work, if they're going to the gym, if they're on the Stairmaster. I don't know. So you guys let me know in the comments what day would you want to hear the podcast. But honestly, I don't even think it matters because you can listen literally whatever day. So if the podcast comes out on Monday, you can listen to it Tuesday. You could listen to it Wednesday. You could listen to it the following Sunday. So obviously it's always nice for you guys to listen right away. That helps out the algorithm and all that good stuff, especially if you're on YouTube and you're watching on YouTube. Watch it right away. Once you get the notification, just click it or whatever. So I could say that definitely helps me out if you guys were to tell me on YouTube what days you want to see these visuals for the podcast come out. However, I will still be making that executive final decision. So I will let you guys know for sure. But I missed you guys. If you're on YouTube, we didn't have any new uploads this week. I have been kind of just getting back to like that original OG podcast style of like, okay, if I don't feel like doing a whole beat face and my hair and all this and like whatever, like we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna go simple. We're gonna go just audio. And then it is what it is. It's still a podcast. I think we're in this era now where it's like, if your podcast is not visual, if you don't have a video for your podcast, nobody's watching, nobody's listening, nobody cares. And it's like, that ain't the case. And that's not what I tell my clients. Like my mentees, people that I coach to start a podcast or do whatever they're doing, content creation, starting a business, I always tell them to start the most simple way that you can start. And most of the time, it's going to be, if you're doing a podcast, just audio. Like make your life as simple as possible. Make it so that you can stay consistent and that you could just build that momentum over time. And then eventually, cool. If you want to add in video, that's okay. But allow it to be something that is sustainable. Can you continue to keep up with it? Is it going to be something that is draining you, or is it going to be something that you actually enjoy doing? Like I do enjoy sitting down in front of the camera and like chit chatting, but I'm not gonna lie, it be taking a lot sometimes. Like I am I am not someone that likes to be on camera all the time, believe it or not. And I have a public facing job, you know. Sometimes I like to just do short form content. Sometimes I just like to write. Sometimes, I just like to pop in a chat or whatever. So I'm definitely working more on just creating a consistent schedule for myself with these videos. And then also, I'm kind of figuring out with YouTube what I want to do. We have a separate YouTube channel for Let's Just Be Real. And I have not kept up with that account. It was really just going to be like shorts, like podcast clips, maybe like some highlights of conversations. But it's a bit much to kind of keep up with that in addition to uploading like all the podcast content on my main page and then on the Instagram page. So I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep that or if I want to revamp that whole page and turn it into something completely different. So I'm in this kind of like creative bag right now of kind of seeing how I feel and where I want to move next. I think pivoting can be really fun if you allow it to be. And one thing that popped up in my head today, like an affirmation when I was in my meditation, is I have fun when I create, and that attracts abundance. So, if that needs to be your affirmation today, definitely write that down, steal it, take it. Okay. But we are having fun with our creativity. So, I definitely want to get back to just feeling like, okay, this is not just work. This is not just have to be like, oh my God, let me pull out the mic. And whenever you start feeling that way, whenever I start feeling that way, that's when I know it's time to take a step back. Like, I never want to feel like this is someone's like pulling my teeth to come here and talk to you guys. Like, I want to talk to you guys. And especially for today, I think this is a really good topic. This is a topic I'm really passionate about. This is a topic I know firsthand about. I only like to speak on things when I have experience or knowledge. So I want to dive into today's topic, which is building confidence. So back in the day, not that far back, okay, but a couple years ago, like 2023, 2024, I was really out here labeling myself as a confidence coach. I was calling myself a confidence coach. It was on my Instagram. And then over time, I was like, I just don't like that word coach anymore. And you might see that I use it sometimes. I use it if I'm hosting like a live workshop, I'll be like, okay, live coaching workshop. Or if I'm referring to me coaching my clients. So in that way, I will use it, but I don't like to use that title of coach because I feel like it's overused. I feel like it's a little jaded. I feel like everyone is a freaking coach. And yeah, there's just better words we can use. I don't know. Mentor, I really like that word. So I stopped calling myself publicly a confidence coach, but I still deeply feel that I am. I mean, naturally, I just am. Like, I own a dance and fitness company. Women come to learn how to dance in heels. Like, you have to be able to build confidence over time to be successful in mastering how to dance in heels. Like, it takes a lot. So I definitely still incorporate ways to help people build confidence, my clients, my students, my mentees, whoever I think it's really important. And I'm never going to stop talking about confidence building. I'm never going to stop talking about it. It's really important. We see that people that we deem and label confident, they are the ones getting the opportunities. They are the ones getting their gifts, their talents, their work acknowledged, right? Because they put themselves out there, because they show up in a way that makes them magnetic. So confidence, it lures people to you. People can feel that, right? People can feel that confidence. So they want to work with you, right? They don't want to work with someone who has their head down, their shoulders slumped, and they don't believe in themselves, or they're always like doubting themselves or critiquing themselves out loud. And not to say that we shouldn't critique ourselves or we shouldn't have feedback for ourselves, but I think when we're doing that in a public eye constantly, people are going to start to question, like, is this person confident or insecure? So I want to talk about the top way, the number one way that we can build confidence, okay? And this is going to be super simple. You've probably heard me talk about it a million times, but I believe it to be key, okay? And when you start doing this one thing, you're going to notice your life is going to change, and you're going to see over time, you're going to feel way more confident and just able to put yourself out there and do more things. So, the number one top way to build your confidence is to try new things. Okay. Try new things. And yes, I talk about this all the time. I talk about, taking solo trips. I talk about trying the new class, and I've done it all. And I love putting myself in uncomfortable new situations. I don't know, like something about it, it just builds character. It really, really does. It builds character. And this is coming from someone that grew up super shy, like always in my room playing by myself, would not talk to strangers, very quiet, very soft tones, like did not really speak up like that until obviously like teenage years I started wilding out, okay? But I was always like this pretty shy girl, and I also was sheltered. I think I talked about this in one of my lives recently, or it could have been one of the podcasts. I'm not sure. But my parents, they sheltered me. I wasn't allowed to like really do that much. I wasn't allowed to party or like put myself out there or like travel for like school trips and stuff like that. So I grew up very sheltered. So it took a lot of rewiring, reprogramming of myself to really start doing things different. Okay. And I want to say I started this around my 20s, like taking different types of dance classes, taking heels. That was like the number one thing where I was like, okay, this is really foreign, this is really uncomfortable, but I want to master it. I want to put myself in these classes where these women are confident and they're doing all these tricks on the floor and they're doing all these spins and whatever. Like that was really intriguing to me. So every time that I put myself in a class that was either more advanced level than I was, right? When I was a super beginner, no heels experience, like I would put myself in more like advanced beginner classes, intermediate classes, and I sucked. I sucked. I'll say that firsthand, okay? And that's, I think, the thing that we're afraid of sometimes. It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna suck. Oh my God, people are gonna see me failing. Oh my God, people are gonna see me stumbling. Oh my God, I'm not gonna look good. I'm not gonna be able to record myself and put this on social media. Okay, well, if that's what you're concerned about, then you're never going to grow confidence, because your confidence is always going to be based on validation or the attention that you're seeking out. Confidence is sometimes built in silence. It's not always loud. It doesn't always need to be seen, right? The lessons that you're learning behind the scenes, the stumbling that you're doing in the dance class, right? The getting lost, signing up for workshops or seminars where you're way outside of your comfort zone. Maybe there's people who are 10 times more successful than you or make so much more money than you or whatever. Like you're literally training your body, right? You're training your nervous system to handle situations like this. So every time you put yourself in an uncomfortable, unknown situation, your body is literally adjusting to that. So every time you go in, right, it's like just your reps, right? You're just getting reps. So, okay, cool. I took this 2-day solo trip, right? Okay, I have the confidence. I could do that. Great. I know that I'm capable of taking care of myself. I was safe. I didn't get lost, whatever, whatever. I even made a friend. Next time, 5-day solo trip. Okay, cool. That was great. I felt even better. I felt even more secure. I felt even more present in my body. Next time, 7-day solo trip, right? And that's how we continue to build that confidence over time. It's by proving to yourself again and again that I am capable of doing this, that I am capable of doing hard things. I'm capable of doing uncomfortable things. It's not that bad, right? So you just have to continue to prove to yourself again and again and again, I can do this. This is not that bad. I'm capable, right? And you could also work with these types of affirmations. They don't have to be super fancy. Like, make it simple, make it cliche. Who cares? I'm capable. I'm confident. I'm the most confident person in this room right now. I don't know, girl. Okay, but make up your own affirmations, whatever works for you. Are you ready to dance, sweat, and level up your confidence this summer, all from the comfort of your own home? Well, guess what, baddie? Our online dance and fitness classes are officially live. This means no matter where you are in the world, you can tap into our signature energy, real vibes only. As a member, you get 24/7 access to dance tutorials, full body workouts, stretch sessions, and our growing library of most requested combos. We have over 100 plus videos on demand, so you can do them whenever you want. Oh, and it gets better. Every membership includes a full Rhythm and Pumps Heels Fundamentals course with 10 powerful modules designed to help you feel 10 times more confident dancing in heels or without. So if you're ready to build your skill, your strength, your self-love, your confidence, get into our on-demand programs and memberships. We have 2 memberships available, and you can choose them based on your budget or based on your current goals. You can join Rhythm and Pumps, which starts at only $19.99 a month. This is for the girl who's trying to get into her heels bag, okay? 24/7 access to all of our heels combos, all of our training modules, and choreo sessions. Again, that Fundamentals 101 course is going to be key to starting your heels journey, girl. You also get access to our community group online, so you can hype each other up. You can get notified when we drop new tutorials and all that good stuff. Plus, you're going to get flexibility in core training. Our second membership is our Real Rhythm Unlimited membership. Now, this is our most popular, okay? It is premium and it's only $10 more than Rhythm and Pumps. You get all access training, so workouts on demand with or without weights. You get access to various dance classes and choreo tutorials, including hip hop, heels, and commercial pop, guided meditations with myself, affirmations, all that mindset work that you need to feel your best from the inside to the out. And you also get access to our online community and exclusive live streams every single month. So if this sounds like something you're trying to get into, I invite you to check out our online memberships by heading over to www.realrhythmdanceandfitness.com and check out the special promo code in the show notes for Let's Just Be Real podcast listeners only. You're welcome, and I'll see you online. Every single time you get through something that you thought you could not get through, something that seems scary to you, you earn confidence points, right? I want you to think about your life as like a video game where you're getting through every single level. You have to go through a series of challenges or roadblocks or whatever to get points. So think about these as like confidence points, right? So every time you get through this level, you get through these challenges, you beat the level, you get these points, and then eventually you end up making it to the end of the game, right? Which is, I guess, the end of our life. Like, I don't want to put it like that, but it kind of is, right? Like, I think anybody's going to be 100% fulfilled until maybe the last day of their life, right? Where they really lived it up. They really did all the things that they wanted to do. They really put themselves out there. They learned, they got through experiences, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could feel 100% fulfilled in your life at like 50, 60. That's cool. I think if you're really doing all the things you want to do, you could get there. But I think we are constantly constantly looking to feel fulfilled. We are constantly looking for something to make us feel alive. And how are we going to feel alive when we are playing it safe? When we are always just staying exactly where we are and we're afraid to try something new. We're afraid to talk to someone new. We're afraid to go on the date. We're afraid to make the pitch, right? So when you're able to turn your curiosity into a line action and you're able to go towards those things, then that's when you feel like, oh my God, I could do anything. I could do anything. Like, I thought that I could never do this thing, right? I thought I could never talk to this person. I thought I could never get this deal. I thought I could never start this business. I thought I could never have customers, right? All the things you thought you could never do, every time you do them, every time you accomplish something, every time you check something off of your bucket list or your goal list, you are proving to yourself that you are that girl, that you were that boy. And all it takes is a little effort. All it takes is you being uncomfortable for just a little bit of time, right? And I think that's what we're forgetting. Like, you putting yourself in these uncomfortable situations, it doesn't have to be every single day. It doesn't have to be 6 hours. It doesn't have to be days, right? It can start with you literally walking into somewhere and sitting there for 15 minutes. Maybe for you, you're just trying to get more comfortable with like being in spaces by yourself, right? Whether that's like taking yourself to lunch or dinner or just sitting outside in the park by yourself. And maybe you've just never felt comfortable being with yourself. Maybe you're someone that's really codependent, or you always just need someone around you to make you feel safe. So it could start with you just going into a coffee shop for 10 minutes. Just sit there for 10 minutes, right? And observe how your body feels in that environment. Do you feel safe? Do you feel okay? Do you feel like, oh, I could do this? Like, I actually want to stay longer. And we usually end up extending that time, right? Even if it's like a bar. Okay, I'm going to go sit at a bar. Maybe you're trying to make friends or you're trying to date or whatever. Okay, I'm going to go sit at a bar for an hour. An hour might be a long time. I don't know. Okay. But the time could pass because you're having such a good time. You end up talking to somebody, you're talking to the bartender. Next thing you know, you got free shots or whatever, right? And then you end up staying there for a while. So it's just a matter of just start. Just start. Just try. Okay, that's it. That's all it takes. It's not that bad. We have to stop psyching ourselves out. We have to stop being so freaking scary. Oh my God, the world's so scary. Oh my God, I can't do this by myself. Oh my God, I need someone to do this with me. Like, even going to the movies, I love going to the movies by myself. And that wasn't always the case for me. Like, I used to have like a man to go with me or a friend to go with me. And then I tried going by myself. And then it just became a habit. Like, I don't even think about it. I don't even go to the movies, honestly, with people unless it's like a date that's been a while. I don't really enjoy movie dates unless like we are deep into dating. Otherwise, it's awkward. I'll go to the movies with friends, but preferably I'm gonna go by myself because I know I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna have my food, I'm gonna have my Chick-fil-A that I smuggled in here. I'm gonna have a good time. I could pay attention. I don't got nobody talking to me or whatever, no distractions. Like, it's cool. It's cool. But other people who would never do those things, those are going to be the people who are going to judge you. And those are the people that we don't care about. Those are the people we're not paying attention to. Okay. So if we are purposely avoiding things, avoiding doing things, and taking steps because we're afraid of what other people are going to think, honey, how many times are we going to talk about this? Okay. I'm sure I've had plenty of episodes talking about this, but we do not care what people think. Okay. Go read my Substack that came out this morning. It's probably in your inbox. Okay. And we're talking about why it's so hard to show up authentically because of society, because it's just easier to try to adapt and be someone else. It's easier to follow the trend. It's easier to follow the crowd. It's easier to do what everybody else is doing, right? But when we're doing those uncomfortable, quote unquote, weird things, or the things that are authentic to us or that make us light up, it's not always going to feel good. It's not always going to be well received. But in order to live an authentic, happy life that you are content with, that you love, you have to get comfortable with that. With people not receiving you, with people not liking you, with people judging you. That is literally life. So, would you rather people judge you for sitting in a bar by yourself or having lunch by yourself than sitting at home and wondering what that feels like? right? Or sitting around and waiting for someone to ask you to go to this place? Which one? Which one is it for you? Staying where you are, playing it safe, staying comfortable will literally leave you curious, stagnant, and resentful because you're going to see other people living their life, doing things, trying new things, going places, visiting new countries, living life on their own terms. And you're going to wonder and you're going to ask yourself, why not me? Why can she do that and I can't? Why is that possible for her? Why does she keep getting these opportunities? Why is she getting clients? Why is she putting herself out there so often and like making it look so seamless? Because she's put in the reps, because she just does it, right? Over time, it just becomes your habit. It just becomes part of your life. You just do it. You're just someone that does it. It becomes part of your identity. You just do it, right? Like people ask me, "Oh, how do you show up on a podcast every single week? How do you show your face? How do you, continue to put your voice out there, blah, blah, blah." I just do it. I just do it, okay? When I don't want to do it, okay? Right now, I'm about to get my period. I'm like breaking out, but I'm like, I'm going to get on camera. I don't care. I want to talk. We have things to talk about. My audience depends on me to show up and give value and talk about real shit. So that's what we're going to do, and that's who I am. That's my identity. I'm a podcaster. This is my job, right? So over time, you end up adopting that identity. I'm a solo traveler. I do this. I'm a dancer. I'm a heels dancer. I do this. But was I always these things? Was I always doing these things? No. It took practice. It took effort. It took me trying. So I want to encourage you to try. Oh my God, y'all. So I just bought a brand new pair of professional dance heels from Berger Shoes, and I am completely obsessed. These are not only fashionable, but they're completely, absolutely comfortable. They're so lightweight, they fit my foot like a glove, and my feet are just completely happy. Versus when I first started taking heels classes and teaching heels classes, I was just picking up random heels from department stores and they were killing my feet. My feet would be swollen, I would have blisters, they would scuff up the floor at the dance studio. So I'm so happy that I came across Berger shoes. These are without a doubt the best heels in the industry, and a few celebrities including Chloe Bailey, J-Lo, and Megan Thee Stallion have been spotted wearing these during their big performances, so you know they're good. You absolutely need to invest in yourself this year and stop wasting your money on shoes that will only last you a week, girl, okay? If you're looking to level up and get into your heels bag and, just build your confidence, you're gonna need the right shoes. So these shoes will completely level up your dancing and help build your confidence because you're not worried about how your feet feel. Me and my clients have been wearing Berger shoes for a few years, and I'm honestly never gonna switch back. Like, I would never switch back to a department store heel, okay, honey? These shoes are lightweight, stylish, durable, and they come in a variety of different heel heights and styles for every different type of dance. The service is incredible, and if you need to exchange a size, they'll quickly help you do that. I do recommend ordering one full size up since these shoes are meant to hug your foot. So check out the amazing selection at bergershoes.com. Use my discount code RISFITKitty. That's RISSFITKITTY to save some cash on your next purchase. And let's get to dancing. Ask yourself this question: what's one thing that makes me so afraid when I think about it, but also so excited at the same time? Ask yourself that question, journal on it, get clear about it, because that's probably the thing that you need to prioritize. Okay. That's probably the thing that you need to do. Whether it is the event that you saw on Instagram that you want to go to, going to a concert by yourself, launching something, pitching to someone, I don't know, girl. Okay, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to be done. But I also don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So just do one thing at a time. Think of one thing, stick to one thing, okay? Maybe every week you try something new, a little something new, okay? That's going to push you outside of your comfort zone. Because let me tell you something, nobody can mess with a confident woman. It's an aura, okay? It comes off, and you could tell who's truly confident versus who's pretending, who is insecure, who is deeply just faking it. right? It comes off. It comes off in your work. It comes off in your speech. It comes off with the way that you interact with people, what you say yes to, what you say no to, all the things, right? It's just an aura. So I want you to think about, what does the most confident version of you look like? What does she say? What boundaries is she setting? What does she do? What does she try? Maybe it's a new fitness class this week. I don't know, but we're trying something, okay? It's Monday. Let's get started, honey. All right? And it's also summer. It's summer. It's June. Happy June. I don't know if I said that, okay? But this is going to be an amazing month. Jupiter just entered Cancer today. It's giving abundance. It's giving all the soft girlies, the creatives. It's our time, okay? It's a time to really just put yourself out there and see what happens. Just, it's time to make magic happen. It's time to make some changes in your life. And if you're seeking change, if you are really craving change, it starts with you changing something, doing something different. I'm going to keep reminding you every single week. And I don't care if y'all think I'm talking about the same thing. Well, this is where we need to be right now. These are the pep talks, because the things that I'm seeing on like Threads, Instagram, it's all people just feeling stuck. People feeling really stuck. People feeling like they have very little direction right now in their life. They don't know where to go. They want to start this. They want to change careers. They want to blah 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 blah. I want to do this, but I don't know how. How is doing something different. Taking the first step, the most simple step, like I said. Want to start a podcast? Just get a mic. Get a mic. You don't even need a mic. Just turn your freaking phone on and start talking. I've seen people use their phone as a mic, using like the voice note app as a mic. There's no excuses. Okay, it's 2025. Get creative, do something, but the excuses got to go. All right, we're not doing that no more. If you guys want to work with me, I'm taking new clients for this season. Every season, I open up my mentorship. So, usually 4 to 5 spots I will open at once. So, if you're interested in working with me for a few weeks, a few months, I would love to take a look at your application. So, fill that out. It's in the show notes. And then you can also just book like a one-on-one clarity call with me. So, if you need some clarity on something, you are feeling like, girl, I'm in my procrastination stage. I'm feeling really stuck. I don't know what to do. Let's chat. Okay, you could book a single session with me. But if you want results over time, if it's something that's going to take like more rewiring, reprogramming, and strategizing, then let's work together with my mentorship program. You'll see way more benefits of that. So, my schedule is open, my applications are open. Go check that out. And I will chat with you guys soon. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know something that you're starting this week, something that you are getting into that you're excited about, but also, gets you a little scared, and that's okay. And the same if you're on Spotify. We can leave comments now on Spotify. I really want to have this feel like a community. So the more engaged that you guys are, the more encouraged I am to continue to show up here on this mic and camera. It's not always easy, as you guys can imagine. Like, I really have to mentally prepare and just have myself in a state where I can talk about things and give advice. Sometimes I'm trying to give myself advice and pep talk. So it really does help when you guys engage with the content and also engage with each other. Like, someone might be going through something similar as you, or wanting to start something like you want to start, and you never know. You could find your new bestie. I'm definitely in the season of like putting myself out there more, like in more groups, and just kind of like seeking out my people. Since I moved, like, it's really important for me to find people. I need support system, I need good friends, I need community. So that's something I've been doing. Like, this week I actually met up with 2 new people separately this week. One of them was kind of like a date, super casual coffee date. The other one was like more like a girl date. We like walked around park, super cute. And I definitely felt more energized and confident after leaving those like interactions, those dates, because I'm like, okay, like, it's not so bad. Like, you're always trying to figure out, is this person like a killer? Is this person going to be a psychopath? Like, is it going to be awkward? Am I awkward? I know I'm kind of socially awkward when I meet people in person. I'm also sometimes socially awkward in my own damn classes. So, you always have that concern how you're going to show up, or how the other person is going to show up. But most of the time, we just be in our own head. So just put yourself out there. I encourage you, if you're looking for like more friends, a partner, like get on the apps, okay? Get on the apps, go find an event, find like a walk in your city, find a community in your city. If you guys are in Jersey or San Diego, we have our dance classes that you can join. We're also online. You can take dance classes with me online as well. We're on YouTube. We have free workouts, dance classes, all that good stuff. So check it out, tap in. Everything's linked in the show notes. Subscribe to my Substack. Follow me on Instagram, Wristfit Kitty. Let's just be real pod. And I will see you guys very soon, y'all. Take care. Bye.